Right then, ready for an Austria/Russia declares war card. But in this one we will minus the Austrian part because Austria has been conquered. Alright, so you go down here. The first thing you want to do is look at this board. Let me see here. And the first thing we want to check out is Tsar Alexander. I think it's going to be present in this first campaign. It says 1 Dyro modifier at first combat round for the first campaign involving Russia. After this card, after play, then place the Tsar Alexander used marker. So his personal leadership is going to come into effect. Will give us a +1 modifier. Or +1 modifier for the first campaign involving Russia. Huh. So I guess his personal leadership is a hindrance because it's giving us a +1 Dyro modifier. So there you go. We'll start this at 0. +1 for the bumbling Tsar Alexander. We'll take that. Alright, nothing else here has to do with us, although we do have an Archduke Charles card here if we were going to face Austria. Like I said, they were conquered in the last campaign last year, so they're still conquered, no effect. That would have been a -1 for Archduke Charles, and another one because they had their military reformed. There you go. So we dodged a bullet on that one. Also, with Prussia being neutral since the last time we recorded, I pulled up the dreaded Crumper system card. It reared its ugly face. There you go. We thought we were getting away with one. We just dodged a bullet because we got done with Russia, but that just, we have to have 2 victories against them, if you can read on there. So there you go. That is all the effects on the actual board. And now we'll move down here to the campaign battle map. This is where all the intricacies come about. Alright, maybe chosen active campaign, blah, 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 blah. And Austria is neutral, so we're only going to fight Russia. The thing of it is, and this looks like it's a plus for us again. First victory result, apply bloody. Ignore the first victory result. So that's not good for us, but it says +2 Dyro modifier in the first combat round. +1 Dyro modifier in any one combat round if Prussia is allied. It's not. But we will get a +2 in the first. Alright, there you go. +2. We're up to +3. We haven't done nothing yet. Alright, so that's it. And it tells you the campaign victory results after that, but that's yet to be implemented. March to the Sound of Guns is our first. We'll go this way. It don't matter what. We'll all get them used. It's just a matter of... Alright. May add an assigned commander other than, R. Bernadette to the campaign during the select commanders phase. Now I've done this. Everything on this mat has already been paid for over here, so we don't have to worry about adjusting this. I've paid for them already and then put them down here. This one here is free, though, and we'll get a free commander, and he is going to be McDonald. Alright, we don't have to pay to one administrative because he's free, but a +2 Dyro modifier in any one combat round after the first, so he's kind of insurance for if this battle goes on. And I think we have to treat the first one as a stalemate, so you gotta keep track of all that. So we'll put him in commanders. Next, enemy cavalry charge. -1 in the second round of combat unless Marat is assigned to the campaign. He doesn't need to be used to negate this effect, merely assigned. So we had to pay for Marat and his Led Zeppelin hairdo. He's up there. Alright, so that negates that. We'll flip this over and put it underneath him. This is a one-handed operation, so you have to hold on here with me. So that's negated. I've already paid for this, so I minus my 1 administrative and 1 glory. I'm sorry, wrong one. Looting. This is a post campaign modifier, so we'll have to administer -1 admin, -1 glory, and we'll get 2 political. We'll get some political points after this from looting. Okay, we'll put that down there. This doesn't have to affect yet. All right, next campaign modifier. Berthier bites us in the ass again. He's fumbling there in Paris, and this is costing us each time we've been fighting here. -1 in the first combat round, so we'll flip that over. It is used. We'll minus this 1. Ooh, almost up there, but Berthier messes with us. Our enemy is going to counterattack in this, so there'll be -1 in the first combat round. We're down here. Flip that over because it's used. The only one we got left is looting. And this March to the Sound of Guns, but we used that one already too, so we'll flip that one over. And looting's the only one we got to implement after if we have a potential victory. Next, strategy and tactics. The Grand Army. I've paid, just like I said, this is where I've already paid one administrator to place the strategy. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong again. I didn't have to pay for this. This one revealed. +1 during all campaign rounds may not be used in the Louisiana campaign. Remove this card if a bloody result occurs while effective applies. So if we get a bloody result, we got to remove this. But for now, this is +1 in all campaign combat rounds. So up to +2. Rear maneuver. Another free card. +1 in the first combat round, so we're up to +3. This one will be flipped over. Used. May -1 administrative, so I paid that. Everything I put on here that cost me, I've already paid for. To gain +2 in 1 combat round. Stalemate treated as a defeat. We gotta remember that. Apply bloody if applicable, but we'll get a +2 Dyro modifier. So we're up +4. So that's all we can do is get up to +4. So we're done. Didn't even use none of these commanders. So we're going to roll a die for our campaign against Russia. And even if we get a victory, ignore the first victory result. We'll have to check out all these modifiers. Stalemate is treated as a defeat. So all these are going to have to apply. We're going to try to keep them straight. All don't matter if we get a high roll. We just want a victory. It's just, I'm telling you what, this die is fixed. All right. A 5. Whew. Stalemate. Oh. Stalemate is treated as defeat. There you go. Apply bloody if possible. So it's just a defeat, which is a 2. So, big defeat. Play Lipzeg in danger. That's the card you don't want to see. Let me get this straightened out. But I don't think there'll be a round 2 because there was a defeat. Let me make sure. First victory result. That don't apply. Whew. Bad mojo. Stalemate is treated as a defeat. Wow. All right, we'll be right back. Let me make sure we don't have anything else that negates that. But this could be the end of my Napoleon game. And I don't know if I want to set. I guess I could set this up again, but well, you go down in flames a lot in this game, as you're seeing right now, especially with the 1 die roll. All right, we'll be back and let you know the results of my defeat in Russia. Wow, I won. Oh, you know what? What am I thinking? Napoleon's luck. Let's re-roll that. Yeah. See, I keep on forgetting about Napoleon's luck. All right, we're flipping that over. We're doing another one. +4 with a 7. All right, that's more like it. That's more like it. Victory. All right. Victory result. First victory. Ignore the first victory result and continue the campaign. We'll continue the campaign. We ain't got no more luck though this time. +1. +2 Dyro fire if Prussia is allied. It's not. So we're done with this. Ooh. May gain in 1 combat round. We've already used this. Stalemate is treated as a defeat. That don't apply. All right, we're going for combat round number 2. All right, because we had to treat it. First victory result. Ignore the first victory result. Continue the campaign. So there you go. All right, start this at 0. Ooh, in the first combat round, that's done. Oh, see how it's like try to keep track of this? In any 1 combat round, if Prussia is allied, no, he's not. +2 in the first, so that's over with. Nothing going on here. These are all first combat round ones. That's done. May gain in 1 combat round. We already used that, so this is done. Stalemate is treated as a defeat, though. We got to remember that. +1 during all combat rounds. All right, so we get a +1 for that. The Grand Army. That's all we're up to. We're only up to +1. All right, here's where this comes into effect. +2 in any 1 combat round after the first. Then remove this card from play. So McDonald helped us out. Whooped up +3. He's out of play. Oh. +2 Dyro modifiers in 1 combat round after the first. Use Commander's Marat. That takes us up to 4. All right. Now here's our second. We need another high die roll. See if that one comes to kill us. But Napoleon has used all of his luck. +4. High die roll. Oh, God. Oh, this game hates me. Oh, it's a defeat, but we got a +4. That'll give us a 6, and that's a stalemate. Continue campaign. Doesn't say anything about a stalemate. Stalemate is treated as a defeat. All right, well, we're back to the defeat. So no matter what, we're going to Le Petit Danger. Will be the next potential campaign. Let me straighten all this out, but there you go. This pretty well tells you my Napoleon luck. Great game. Little card game here. You can set it up in 5 minutes. Usually play it in maybe an hour, 2 hours. It depends on how your luck goes. If your luck's really shitty, you're done in a half an hour. If your luck's really good, 2-3 hours. I'll continue on. I think my end is in sight. The writing's on the wall. This is a tough card, and I got to deal with these guys and everything else. What we do down here, defeat, play Le Petit Danger. That's all you do. So here is that card, and that's what's going to happen next. That'll be it for this segment. Maybe we'll give you a drop in and tell you how I get defeated again. If you want to see that. All right, good time. Hey, entertainment value to the max in this game. Good time with this game. We'll be back. We have come to the Patrie in Danger. The Fatherland is in Danger card. Card number 149. Here you go. A bit of an explanation with this killer game by GMT. Napoleon's defeat at the Battle of Nations / Lipzeg or Leipzig in 1813 led to him having to defend his home or his throne on the territory of France. Though he acted with all brilliance and energy of his greatest campaigns, sheer enemy numbers combined with treason amongst his marshals forced his first abdication and exile to Elba. All right, that's what this card's all about. Now, on this card, it says we must achieve one victory for every hostile nation other than Britain and Spain. Most of the time, this card spells defeat. But in this game, we only got to tangle with Russia. No Spain. Everybody else has been either conquered, and we still haven't gotten that 10 glory yet. We get that coming up in this next turn, but we've been campaigning our butts off. We beat Russia once, and we're ready to beat them again. We don't have to deal with Archduke Charles and deal with Austrian cards or the Krupper system. Everybody's learning, getting educated against Napoleon towards the end. It's a little bit tougher to beat him. And I don't, you have to figure out how the game went. This game hasn't been too bad. I'm trying to think of why. I think it might be, well, number one, it's nice to use Napoleon's luck every once in a while, but and I've been battling bad die rolls, horrible die rolls. There's no reason I should be here trying to figure out why I am. I guess I've had good luck in the campaigns, or figuring out how to, walk the stones to get across the creek. So other than that, we'll have another example right here, and as fate has it, we only got to deal with Russia. I think we'll have a good campaign. Let me get this set up for our next campaign. This we jumped from that Austrian-Russian war, declares war card, to, it says play this one ASAP and resolve immediately. So we don't have to go through another turn. We finish that campaign. We're jumping right into another. We'll be right back on the campaign battle mat. All right, here we are. I, Napoleon. And the year is 1812. The furthest I've got. But things are getting tough. And the nation is in danger. There is Napoleon there facing. This card I got represents the Battle of Leipzig. But in this alternate reality, we don't have to fight Austria, Prussia, and Russia. We just got to go against Russia because we've beat their butts before. So we're doing good in this game. All right. In this card, we get a +1 die roll modifier in the first round. We'll take that. So let's move this to 0. And a +1 for our Nation in Danger card. I guess because we're fighting on home ground. All right. So we will move from the campaign information. There's all of our victory conditions. You can read them there. Defeat is, and we're out of there. So here you go. But I think this should be all right. Not seeing any too many clouds on the horizon on this one, but I could be wrong. All right, this is our March to the Sound of Guns campaign modifier. We always have a general that didn't do what Fucci did in the Battle of Waterloo. Or Fucci, I forgot what his name was, but here you go. Yeah, they're actually going to march to the sound of guns instead of keeping with their orders and going straight ahead. All right, I may assign any commander except for our Bernadette. So the commander we pick will be Devout. And he is -3 glory usually to use, so we'll get him for free. And a +2 Dyro modifier in any one round of combat. So we'll put him over here on the assigned commanders. Alright. So this card is taken care of. Flip him over. Put him under. We can do this with one hand. Next, enemy attack. Our enemy counterattack. Sorry about that. Trying to straighten this up still. Alright. -1, so that negates us. Alright, that's a first round combat, so he's done. Put him, we can't, underneath. Next, Berthier. Berthier's fumbling's really killing us. How come we can't get rid of this card? 1815. Oh, it's 1812. Okay, we're going to have to deal with old Berthier's fumbling and bumbling back in Paris. If Berthier's chief of staff, -1 Dyro modifier in the first round, so now we're -1. Because of our goofball chief of staff. Alright, so Berthier fumbles. Hurts us. Let's see what we can do here. One-handed. Alright, let's just get on with this here. If I can get this straight. Hold on. Alright, the Russians are going to come back with an enemy cavalry charge. And we can negate this. This will be a 1 Dyro modifier in the second round of combat, unless Marat is assigned. Now, with my commanders, because of our campaign earlier against Prussia and Russia or whatever, I used up all my administrations. Everything I got to go on here is I'm using my political clout and my glory to get these boys on up here, the commanders. So Marat might not have been able to been one of them that I picked. Let me see here. We got this. I don't see Mr. Hairdo. Oh, he is. Okay, we do have Marat in there. So that'll negate that. That's only for a second round of combat, though. So hopefully we conquer the Russians in the first round. Don't need a second round. But if there is, we negate it. Because Marat, I was wise enough to include him in my generals, okay? So this one's negated. Last but not least, looting. And that's a post-combat, or a post-campaign card. And it says here, -1 admin. Now, I guess you could play that if you don't have 1 admin or 1 glory, you don't get the 2 political. But if I'm at 0, I just keep me at 0. With my glory, I keep me at glory, but I still get my 2 political. So if I'm at 0, you can't go any lower. And I'm at 0. Or you could play it to where you don't even get this because you don't have the administrator to pay. So we're giving ourselves a little mulligan and giving it to us. Play it any way you want. Okay, so that's done with the modifiers. We're at -1 die roll. Go over here to strategy and tactics. And again, some of these cost administrative points. Example, strategy and tactics, may -1 administrative. So I could not afford a bunch of these because my administrative is zeroed. So there's a bunch of these strategy and tactics I got to use. I don't have the logistics to get it done on the battlefield. So here you go. This one was a freebie, +1 die roll modifier in the first round. So there you go. We're back up to this. This card here is done. All right. And the Grand Army. Just to be in the Grand Army. Now this was -1 to place it in strategy and tactics. You don't have to pay for this one. This is how you got in there. So back when I first got this card, I took me in modern administrative and put it in there. So now I get this ongoing effect, which is +1 die roll modifier during all campaign combat rounds. There you go. Remove this card if a bloody result recurs. All effect applies. So if we get a bloody result, that one comes off. +1. So we're up to +1 here. That'll take care of my strategy and tactics. We still aren't buried up to the +4. So hopefully our commanders come into effect here. All right. I paid 1 political because I don't have any administrative. +1 in any one combat round. We're at +2. Messina. +2 in any combat round if 1796 to 1808. We're at 1812, so that don't affect. So we'll get the +1 die roll modifier in any one combat round if 1809 and to 1812. So that's what we'll get here. We'll use him. That's +3. And I spent 1 glory. In any combat rounds and wound, discard automatically. So we'll get this one here. We'll put him in wound, which means he won't be able to be used. We'll flip him upside down on commanders over here. And it'll get us, there's our +4. So we got some more. If we go to a second round, you only have +4. So we got 2 more commanders available. +4. Is the game going to kill us? We have no Napoleon luck. We can't. This will be a one and only roll. +4, looking for a high roll for our Battle of Lipzeg. 8. That'll do it. All right. So I do get some bad luck on rolls, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty and the time of decision or the time of whatever, we do good. Okay. Let me see this. 8. 12, 9 or more victory. All right. So victory means we set Prussia and Austria to neutral. We just beat Russia. If there's no treaty here for Russia, they get conquered. So let me check this out. If Benjamin, blah, 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 neutral frontiers, and defeat. Current treaties ignored the defeat result in any campaign. Well, I don't know what this one is. Doesn't tell me. This isn't Russian. Treaty of Smolks. Okay. Must be moved to current treaties after victory in Russia campaign. We didn't really have that. Russia to Allied. In Russia, card 155. We didn't use that. The victory in Polish campaign. Republican war with Prussia. Okay, there's no cards here, no treaties that get them off the hook. Russia, you are inactive. Wow, we'll have to check out we'll have to check out the rules on that. Meanwhile, I'm going to clean on up, but we have survived, and we might get through this game. This might be the I Napoleon where I wouldn't say equaled them, but maybe I'll get a edge on a victory. Don't I get him any glory or anything on that? Nope. Set Prussia and Austria to neutral. That's all it says to do. Okay, well, maybe we don't conquer these boys here, but it was only against Russia. Huh. See one victory for every hostile country other than Britain and Spain, which I did. Victory set Prussia and Austria to neutral. Austria and Prussia are already neutral. Oh, shoot. And I am going to flip Russia over, but we'll see what happens. They're inactive. We'll see how long that lasts. The rules will clear me up on it. Let me clean up again. We'll be right back. Before we go, we did loot. And we did take us some booty. Be back. All right. Russia and Spain may never be conquered. And if it's no treaty, they simply remain hostile. So there you go. Russia just remains hostile. However, if Russia suffers a defeat while Prussia and Austria are conquered, flip this diplomatic marker over to the inactive side. So if inactive Russia does not take part in any campaigns until a conquered Austria becomes hostile, at which point the diplomat just flip back on over. So there you go. I think he just remains hostile. I did not conquer Prussia, so there you go. That takes care of that. We are done with finally done with the campaign resolution phase. We'll move down here to the diplomatic phase of this game, but we survived. Wow. All right, we'll call this a video. I just want to let you in on a little bit of interesting gameplay for my I'm Napoleon game. We'll maybe give you a drop in, see how it goes on further on through the years, and if I actually win the game. We got some diplomatic roles to go through. Treaties and stuff like that, find out other campaigns, just more gameplay. But anyway, that'll be it for my I Napoleon. Battle of Lipzeg. We're back. All right, a quick roll for commander casualties. 1 or 2, and they're done. 3, 1. All right, another thing is, this goes into the, when he got, when I used him, he was wounded automatically. So this goes into the discarded pile. So we'll put him here. He gets flipped over. He is wounded, Messina. And then our other general that we used, we didn't use these two, would be this one here, because he cost a political point. We didn't have any administrative. 1 or 2, and he's wounded. 4, he's good. So that is the end of that. 2 generals wounded in that Russian campaign. All right, I think we're up to date. Good to go. Having a great time with this game, and we'll be back.